Hey, happy Monday. Somewhere over the rainbow. Are we going to get one today? I don't know. It's been rainy. I don't know about you. Even living in Florida, we got some nasty weather. It's been just like one rain fest after another. But you can go watch the weather if you want to watch the news, if you want to do that. Can't even remember the last time I had the weather on or the news, and hopefully you're avoiding that as well. But let's talk about something I also want to help you with as far as avoiding the mistakes, weight loss mistakes. And I got 5 weight loss mistakes that people over 40 make. So if you're over 40 and you feel like you just keep making mistakes over and over again, I want to help you with 5 of them. There's so many, to be honest with you, and I can just share with you. How do I know? Mark, how do I know? Is it because No, it's because I've made a lot of those mistakes. I just want to just share with you that there's a lot of mistakes that I've made in my fitness journey, things that I've learned over the years, especially when I broke past 40. Now I'm almost breaking past that 50. And maybe you're there. Maybe you're over 50 now, and that's okay. Maybe you're still struggling. That's not okay. So I want to help you with 5 common, very, very common weight loss mistakes that you may be making. It may be the thing that's causing you to not get to your goal weight. And again, of course, we can look at the weight on the scale, but those are just like, they're nominal, like things that we just can look at, the weight. Okay, but what does that mean? Maybe it means you're not able to do the things that you're able to do. Maybe it means you have lack of energy. You're not able to keep up with your kids. Maybe you're lethargic through the work and why you need that soda or that caffeine fix in the afternoon. Regardless of what it is, I want to share with you 5 weight loss common mistakes that people make, and I want to help you avoid them. So number 1, let's jump right in. And listen, if you're catching this live, I'd love to hear, hey Rita, and hey Vinny, what's going on? Good morning to you. I'd love to know if you're catching this live. Just hit live down in there. If you're catching this on a replay, so I can come back and know if you watched it, I do appreciate it. I will be checking out through the course of the day to see if you watched this, if you had a chance to catch this, if it was helpful for you. I want this to be something that you engage with, especially if it's helpful. Of course, share it with a friend as well. It's Monday. Maybe you're coming off of Valentine's Day and you're like, oh, here we go again. It's Monday, right back on the saddle, get right back on the diet routine. And let me just share with you before you start making some mistakes, 5 common mistakes and how to avoid them. Number 1, this is probably the biggest thing that I've seen, the biggest cause of why people are stuck or get stuck or continue to struggle. And it's because of this. They overestimate the amount of calories that they're taking in. Truly that. Now, do I feel like you have to count every single calorie that goes in your mouth? No, but you're probably overestimating the amount of calories that you're taking in, right? So one of the things I ask all the time is people say, oh, Mark, I'm eating healthy. I eat organic. I stay away from the fast foods. Okay, so then my next question is, if you're struggling with your weight, do you know how many calories you're taking in? Because at the end of the day, it comes to calorie deficit. It really comes out to checks and balances when it comes to energy that you take in from food and energy that you release through your body and exercise and your daily activities, basal metabolic, like what your body uses up. So that's number 1. You're probably overestimating your daily calories. So let's just make it really simple. Maybe just tracking your food and tracking your calories for a few days to see. Maybe not on Monday, because you're going to always be better on Monday. How about next weekend? Or for 7 days, track the amount of calories. Now, again, you can easily pull up any kind of resource. You can find it online based on put your weight loss goal, put your age, your height, all that stuff, and you can figure out how many calories you need. But there's no sense in doing that if you're not even tracking how many calories you're consuming right now. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you don't vary your workouts. Now, let me just caution before I preface. Let me preface with this. It doesn't mean that you have to have a different workout every single day and change it up. In fact, I think that's a lot of times what people get stuck. They get stuck thinking they need the latest, greatest, different variant workout. And Mark, I get bored of the same workout. And there's 2 things that go along with that. Should you vary your workouts? Absolutely. Does it mean you have to do a spinning class and a boxing class and a yoga workout and a body weight workout and go for a run? No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking vary. In other words, if you've been doing, now you can claim it if you want, you can own it right now. If you've been doing the same workout routine for the last 5 years, if you've been going on that same 5K walk. You're like, Mark, I've been walking. I used to get great results walking. When I first started, I used to walk like 3 miles every day, and it really helped me with weight loss. And it probably did. You probably were able to lose some weight in the beginning of your journey. The problem is your body gets adapted to it. Your body gets used to it. There's a principle. It's called the SAID principle, SAID. And all that means is specific. I'll just tell you what it means first. Specific adaptations to induced demand. And all that means in common language is this, is that if you don't put a demand on your body, it's not going to require much change. It's not going to require your muscles to work. So if you've been going on the same 5K walk over and over again for the last couple of years, you can't seem to understand why. You're blaming it on your hormones. You're blaming it on your metabolism. Well, maybe that's somewhat true, but it's probably because you're just not varying your workouts. Now, I know for a fact what's really hard over 40, and why I say that for over 40 is because when you're over 40, your workouts may look a little bit different than they did when you were in your 20s. Maybe you didn't work out, right? So maybe you didn't have any workout schedule when you were in your 20s. Maybe you just didn't have to because your body was pretty jacked up metabolism-wise, meaning you could eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want. Does that, do you feel me on that? I could put my hands up and I would say until I got into college, I could pretty much like around, in those years, early years, that's a long time ago, maybe a long time ago for you as well. But you remember you used to not really have to pay attention to the food you ate. You could probably, have all kinds of drinks on the weekend and hang out and all the desserts and the pastries, and you wouldn't really have to worry. Maybe you did, but I'm thinking it's different now. Workouts are going to be requiring you to do something different. If your body has a knee replacement, if your body has some joint issues, if you're kind of achy here and there on a cold, rainy day like today, that could be a challenge, right? Do you feel me on that? If you could feel me on, it's just different now, right? I want to know if you feel me on that. Go ahead and put some fire emojis down in the comments below so I know who's with me. So if you're over 40 and you know that it's a little bit harder when we get older working out, put some fire emojis down below there just so I know that you're listening. Hey, good morning, Marianne. Now, number 3, this is number 3. This is another big one. Now, there's lots of them, but I broke it down to the top 5, at least that have been on my mind, the things that keep resonating with me, people that come up. Number 3 as far as common weight loss mistakes people make over 40 and how you really can avoid them. So again, we know to vary your workouts, right? We know you got to check on how many calories you're taking, right? You got to actually take a look at that. Does it mean you have to actually track calories the rest of your life? No. In fact, my coaching program, you don't have to track any calories. You have to track your portions, and we have a specific method that we do that's awesome. It's simple, and it's something that you can take with you the rest of your life, which is awesome, especially if you want consistency, and results come from consistency. Number 3, you keep trying to out-train your diet. You keep thinking that you can work out harder and that's going to remove all of the calorie consumption you did over the weekend. You're going to bust it hard on Monday. Why? The gyms on Monday are the busiest, right? Gym time on Monday, if you're a gym person, maybe you even notice out in your neighborhood walking jog, you see everybody doing the exercise on Monday, everybody going for a jog on Monday. Why? Because they're trying to out-train their poor diet that they did over the weekend. And again, this is not, hey, what's done is done. It's in the past. What you already did over the weekend is done. Like, that's behind you. You can leave it behind you. The reality is you can't out-train a poor diet. You can't think that you're going to just spend hours and hours on the Peloton and that's going to make up for the 4,000 calorie meal you had over Valentine's Day. It's just not going to happen. Now, again, you should enjoy it. Enjoy yourself over Valentine's Day. But it's going to have to take a process and you understanding. You got to get out of the mindset, because here's the other thing is as our bodies get older, our bodies don't respond to the workouts nearly. Now, you can get great results, but they don't respond nearly as much as they did back when you were younger. Maybe you didn't work out when you were younger, and now you're dealing with years of necessarily neglect of not exercising. Now you're trying to get into working out, and then you're going at it all wrong because you think that working out, gosh, if I just go to that, they told me I can burn 1,000 calories a workout, up to 1,000. I even have that monitor on my chest. I'm wearing it on my wrist. It's telling me I'm burning all these calories. Yeah. But if you're not looking at the amount of calories you're consuming, you might as well not even have that piece of device on. You might as well not wear that Apple Watch if you're not checking it, how much is going in your mouth. Imagine if Apple could track for you. That would be the next technology. track how much calories is going in your mouth. Can you imagine that? Hey, good morning, Lori. So that is number 3. We got two more common weight loss mistakes people make over 40 and how you can avoid them. So out-training your diet. How do you avoid out-training your diet? Is you realize that working out is to get you stronger and healthier and fit. Don't think of working out as a means to get the weight off. You think of working out as a means to get you healthier and stronger and fit so you can do active, fun things. You can be present in your family. You can, yes, will it get your body stronger and toned? Yes. But the big thing is it happens in the kitchen, not in the gym. Happens in the kitchen, not in the gym. Can the gym stuff help? Absolutely. But if you're not doing it at home, what you're looking in your refrigerator and you're looking in your pantry after your workout and you just, you had a protein shake, you worked out and you burned 300 calories and you had a protein shake that you made up in your own kitchen, but it was ended up being 600 calories, 800 calories because you just didn't look at what you're eating. You're going to fail. I'm just going to tell you that. Now I see it all the time. So that is into number 4. You don't practice portion control. Portion control. Can you enjoy Valentine's Day? Absolutely. Did I enjoy Valentine's Day? Absolutely. What did we have yesterday? Oh, my wife made chicken parmesan. Now, my mother-in-law was going to come over. She was going to bring Chinese food over for us, and we were going to have fun. We haven't had Chinese food, but the weather was really terrible. So my wife was making chicken parm. I grilled some stuff. We were prepping for the week, and we ended up having chicken parm. Now, she made it at home. It was delicious, just normal chicken parm. No low-fat this and low-calorie this, and normal chicken parm. It was delicious. And then we also I bought a cake at Fresh Market. I bought a cake that we had, chocolate, just so we could all celebrate. The kids were all home, and we had a nice piece of cake. And the best part about it is, again, I know that was within my portions for the day. Again, did I overindulge and eat half the cake? No. In fact, we got to get rid of it now. We got to give it off because my mother-in-law didn't come over. So I'm going to give it back. I'm going to give her a big amount of it so it's not in my house. But at the end of the day, portion control, understanding how much you need, it could go back into lines with how much you're eating through the day. So one of the things I see people over 40 is we start to think that, when we get over 40 and over 50, you got to realize that our bodies are not asking, unless you're like a high-level athlete. Now, if you're a high-level athlete, or if you're working out hours and hours and hours, and you have like hobbies that are really active, you're probably going to need more calories, right? But the average 40, 50, 60-year-old that's pretty sedentary, less active than you were in your 20s and 30s, your metabolism was less active, maybe your hormones were not nearly as jacked up as they are now. You got to realize you can't eat like you did back in your 20s and 30s. You just can't do it anymore. I know I can't. I could eat a whole pizza back in my 20s. I could probably eat a whole pizza now. I could probably eat a whole cake right now as well. But I can't do that. Again, you got to understand, especially as we get older, your body's requirements are going to, most likely for the average person, is going to be less. How much? That's where it helps having somebody who knows exactly what people need and can dial that in for you. You can reach out to me. We can talk about it. But let's go into number 5. So number 5, this one's a real common one, and people don't like to think about this one much because it's, stressful times in this new world that we have in 2021. And, if you're stressed out and anxious and, lots of going on, lots of stuff with work, family, maybe you're making a move, maybe you're moving to Florida, right? Because you're realizing we're one of the only sane cities left in this country, which is crazy to think. But one of the things that can lead you to is drinking your calories. I know that's a huge challenge for a lot of people, especially as we get older. Again, maybe you've been in this line of just drinking calories, like drinking on the weekends, maybe socially, you have a couple cocktails, you have some wine, maybe you have some beer during the week, football season's over, so now there's like the next thing, well, it's cold out, we're going to have the fireplace going and we're just going to drink the wine. Those calories count, they count. So when you're back to number 1, if you're estimating your calories consumed during the day, and that being number 1, and you're measuring, you better measure what you're drinking, you better measure what you're putting down, and you're washing down those chicken wings, or you're washing down that pizza with beer and wine. You better know how many calories are coming in there, because a lot of times I found people drinking. Mark, I eat really, really well. I'm not a sweets person. It usually goes like this, something like this. So Mark, I need help with my diet. I want to lose weight, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm exercising 3, 4, even sometimes 5 times a week. I'm exercising. I'm going for that 3-mile run. I'm running like 3, 4 times a week, or I'm on that bike 3, 4 times a week. and I eat organic. We actually even spend a little bit more money. We go to the store, we buy only organic. We're buying fresh whole foods, and I'm drinking water all during the week. I'm drinking lots and lots of water. I'm getting about half of my body weight in ounces. So they tell me all the things I want to hear, right? And I'm like, okay, so why are you struggling? Well, I already know why they're struggling. But part of it is they're not tracking. They're not looking at how many calories they're taking in. They're not telling me about the alcohol that they're taking in. In other words, the liquid calories, whether it be alcohol or sugary drinks or sweet teas. That's a big thing here in the South. Sweet tea, which can add up. That can ruin you. One big giant sweet tea a day can ruin your your weight loss efforts. You're out training your diet. So Mark, you're working out. You're doing your 3-mile run. Or you're doing your hardcore boot camp that you're doing 3, 4, 5 times a week. But you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now, and you're just your body's adapted to it. So again, there goes the results. And then you're not varying your workouts, and then you're not practicing portion control, because then you're getting frustrated at the end of the week, or you come on Monday and you jump on the scale and you're saying, why is the scale not moving? Well, the scale's not moving because, one, you're overestimating your daily calories, how much you actually can consume. You're not varying your workouts. You're not challenging yourself or changing up what you do or allowing your body to now. If you're working out, you should be getting stronger. A lot of times people don't because their diet's not dialed in. So number 3, you keep trying to out-train your diet. You keep trying to over-work out your diet. That's not so good, right? Can you hear me on that? You're not practicing portion control. You have great portion control. Maybe but Mark, I'm only eating lunch and dinner. Well, it doesn't matter if you're eating 1 meal a day if you're taking in too many calories. That's, it's pretty much a myth. I don't care if you eat 5 meals a day or if you eat 1 meal a day. I don't care if you eat after 9 o'clock at night or if you eat at 4 in the morning. The reality is it comes down to calorie deficit when it comes to losing weight. It's as simple as that. It's math. That's really what it takes. And then drinking your calories. And then you're getting frustrated because you're doing all this work, you're eating all the organic food, you're exercising all hours of the day, and you're not getting any better results. And then because you get frustrated and then you're like, oh, just F it, screw it. I'm just going to, enjoy the weekend, blow it off. I'm going to have some beers, have some wine, put it behind me. And then you're going to be frustrated and you're going to kind of spin around in that vicious cycle. So 5 most common weight loss mistakes that people over 40 make. I would love to know which one resonated with you most. I'd also like to know if you're struggling, if you're stuck, if you've been listening to me. Now, if you just started listening to me, this is the Daily Dose, episode number 319. All I ask is that if you like this, give me some thumbs up. Hey, good morning to you, Cindy. Good morning to you, Heather and Lori. Appreciate you for being on here. It's something that, so if you catch this on a replay, let me know so I know when you watched it. And I know that you're listening to me. I do appreciate it. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope this helped. Thanks, Nancy. If you're catching this at the tail end, make sure you go back and watch the replay. It's very, very helpful. Five of the most common weight loss mistakes people over 40 make and how to avoid them. Again, don't drink your calories. You got to practice portion control. Don't out-train your poor diet. That's 3. You got to vary your workouts, and you can't overestimate your daily calories. And if you want any help with that, if you want any help with it at all, reach out to me as your Bulletproof Christian Fitness mentor. I want to help bulletproof your efforts through 2021. It's hard to bulletproof if we can't address some of these things. Now, mind you, these are only 5. They're only 5. I know maybe you got a stressful life, relationship struggles, you got people in your friends that are saboteurs. Maybe you have a crazy busy job. Maybe you're doing homeschooling. All these things into consideration. Maybe you're at a phase. Maybe you're in menopause, or you've had your hormones are jacked up, or you have some specific health things going on. Maybe you have celiacs or all these other things. Trust me, I hear it all. There's lots of things I can tell you. You can either go through it on your own and struggle on your own, and have no support, no accountability, no structure, no plan, and wing it, and maybe you'll get results. Or you can have somebody that can come alongside you. You can have a team of people, be in a tight-knit community to help give you the support, the accountability, and the structure. Have a coach to help mentor you all the way through. That's all I got to say for today. Listen, I hope you have an amazing week. Stay tuned. A lot of great content coming out today, so be on the lookout. And if this was valuable to you, do share this with one of your friends. Super appreciative. Take care. God bless.